All right, everybody, welcome to Connecting with Jennifer Filzen. We have Jacquie Hower on the line, and she is a saint for tolerating my technical challenges. Oh my gosh, welcome Jacquie Hower! Okay, so for those of you who don't know Jacquie, she's over in Mechanicsburg,
Yep.
Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And we'll get into her story in a bit, but God bless this woman. She's a saint. I tried doing this last week. We had this really fun, awesome interview, and my technical genius did not record her at all. Like, her audio was out. So God bless her. She is back with me. She doesn't hate me yet.
It was a trial run. It's okay.
Yeah, you know, it's the grand experiment, right? And like,
exactly.
And for those that all the audio and all this stuff, you know, they haven't been perfect. So, you know, we're just riding with it. By the time I do this, the 100th episode, I'm sure I'm going to be laughing at myself and all the growth that I've done. But hey, you know, we're here and it's okay. So today is Friday, April 10th.
Mm-hmm.
What week are we in the COVID lockdown, COVID crisis, or has it been 3 weeks or 4 weeks? I'm starting to lose track. I don't even know what day it is unless I look at the calendar. How about you?
Oh, good Lord. I want to say 4 weeks.
I think so.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me look at the calendar. All I know is
my kids have been here forever.
What is it? This past month has been feeling like 5 years? Okay.
Yes.
So according to the calendar, I think, okay, at least in Monterey County, California, shelter in place took effect March 17th? Or no, was it the 14th? Something like that. Anyway, it was like we're coming up on a month. So let's just say it was the 17th because I don't know, right? 17th, 18th. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, at least 3 weeks, maybe even 4. I don't know. So yeah, it's been interesting. Okay, so tell us, like you've never seen me before, tell us who you are and the shop that you own and where you're at, and tell us about your beautiful little household because I think it's so adorable.
So, obviously, Jacquie Hower is my name. I am Director of Operations for Zimmerman's Automotive in Mechanicsburg, PA, which is my family's company. I am third generation in the business and looking to head towards ownership eventually. And as far as my household, we are a multi-generational household. We have my parents that live with us, as well as my husband and I have 2 boys. And then, of course, 2 dogs. So our house is a little crazy.
Right? 2 parents, 2 grandparents, 2 parents, 2 kids, 2 dogs. It is Noah's Ark in the nuclear family way. That is awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we are, and you know, we've gotten to know each other. How was your week? Just tell me how your week's been. Has it been crazy? Has it been positive? Like, what's going on?
It's been busy, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not in the normal sense of the word for us, but it's just as of yesterday, I believe, our governor has decided that we're not going back to school the rest of the school year. So,
wow.
So that was kind of, we all knew it was coming. And the school had been planning for it just because, you know, we were heading down that way. And so, but then we got the final word on Thursday that we were officially not going back to school, which made things crazy. So we started officially homeschooling on Monday. So we have the Learn from Home plan starting on Monday.
Wow. So now what is the school district doing to help you do that? Are they able to do that?
They have a lot of online. There's a lot of charter schools that are online in our area. I don't know about where you are at. But I think that they probably got outside help to help them come up with a really good plan. It's not going to be traditional school in the sense of the word, but it's going to be, they are adapting it to the point where because we were almost done with our third marking period, so we were almost heading into the fourth as it was. So it's just a matter of, okay, we've got to get through the fourth marking period. It's not going to be grading in the normal sense, but they're going to have most everyone will head on to the next grade. So
wow.
And so then they're going to adapt the new school year a little differently than what it would usually be. So it was a lot of information we got this week about it.
Right? And I mean, okay, so I'm dying to ask. Okay, let me set it up, and then here's the question. Okay, so you are positioned to buy your parents' automotive repair shop business, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're still running it, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then you and your husband work there. And then you've got your kids that you now are homeschooling. The pressure for you to perform on all levels. Oh, yeah, and you all live together, so there's no break.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, you're in a very interesting situation because this is a family business.
Mm-hmm.
Are you concerned, because I know I would be, are you concerned that maybe you won't be able to be the business owner if you're stuck homeschooling? Or, like, does that even concern you? Like, because here's my thought process. In another conversation I had on connecting with Jennifer Filzen, we were talking about women's history and how, you know, traditionally women are the ones that are in charge of the household in our culture, but it has been changing over the last 2 decades. So are we going to go backwards? Are we going to go forwards? Like, how does one who is a business owner juggle the homeschooling and just taking care of yourself?
Thankfully, the schooling shouldn't be much past this rest of this school year. So that's I have there's a special place in heaven for women that can stay at home with their children. I have to say, I've always said I could never be a stay-at-home mom, and it's just not who I am, and we've adapted that way, and that's, you know, everything's great, and but being at home as much as I am with the kids is stressful, and knowing that I'm not sitting in my office getting paperwork done, knowing what's stacking up on my desk can be stressful. But we're making it, and my husband is a real good partner in all this, and so we're making things work.
Bravo, and how brilliant that sounds, and good for you. You guys are pivoting and adjusting. Because you have a lot that makes you special and unique. And I want to hear what makes you special and unique. But, like, seriously, I would hate for you to lose any of that because you're pretty awesome. So, darling, here's that first question. And I love it. Mom's in the background making dinner, which is awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and because I don't think we were recording at the time. What is Mom preparing? I love it.
She's preparing a pork butt.
Pork butt! Yay, pork butt. We love pork butt, right? So,
yep.
So forgive the background noise. Jackie's really at home doing her thing, and
yes,
there's an active kitchen. So hey, whatevs.
Exactly.
So tell us who you are and what makes you special and unique, because you are a superstar.
Like I said to you last week, my husband and I talked about this question, and one of the biggest things he said is that I have such a big heart, and it's I guess I don't see it, but I guess it's where my humble upbringing was in all this. But yeah, and that's what, looking back. Okay, I see where it's at. But it wasn't until that I saw it.
Sometimes we need to have somebody ask a question like that to, like,
exactly.
am I special unique? I'm just being me.
Exactly.
But then you realize, no, wait a minute, I have something to contribute. So when you're not homeschooling your children and running the office from your home in this lovely COVID era, tell us what you're normally doing.
Just being with my family and trying to do fun activities. We have a 9-month-old puppy That's one of the two dogs.
What breed?
She is a golden retriever.
Oh.
Both our dogs are golden retrievers. One's an 8-year-old, almost 9-year-old, and then we have a 9-month-old puppy too. So yes, they're a lot of fun. Having a lot of now that it's getting a little warmer here, it's fun to have them outside running around like crazy, and then it keeps the boys active too. So.
Right. But you do come from a family where they really do have a servant's heart, don't they?
Mm-hmm. I do. Yep.
And how many siblings are there? Remind me.
I have 2 siblings. So I have an older sister and a younger brother.
And they're involved in Zimmerman's Auto?
They are not. My sister, she's in daycare work, and with her, which is really cool. She has a little boy who is 8 weeks older than my youngest. And then she has a set of 2-year-old twins that are the most adorable little things ever. My mom, we were joking around that when she was pregnant, that my mom really wanted granddaughters. And we knew that my sister was having twins, but we didn't know what the gender of the babies were. My sister was the kind of, she liked being surprised. I can't do that.
Right, I don't want to be surprised either. I want to plan. Yeah.
Exactly. And so there were 3 grandbabies that were boys at that point. And then whenever my sister got pregnant, we were all like, yeah, we need at least one girl. We can at least get one girl out of this. And whenever my mom called me after my sister had the girls, she's like, we got 2 girls. She was like, I can't believe we got 2 girls. And so we always joke that my mom has this serious, like, don't mess with my mom's power of prayer, because she gets it.
Now, are they identical or fraternal?
They are fraternal. They look identical, but they were both in their own sacks. So yeah, they are definitely fraternal.
How cool is that? Yeah, because a lot of people, they assume.
They're positively adorable.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it is interesting, right? Because a lot of people assume when it's the same gender, it's going to be identical, but not necessarily.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really cool. So they get to spend the rest of their lives, as do you and your sister, your mom, educating what fraternal and identical twins are.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry. But it's really cool. Like twins are so fortunate, right? Because they are the closest. And we have fraternal and identical twins in our family. And,
wow.
And I know a bunch of them, and it's a wonderful bond. So good for them. That's super cool. And yes, your mom got her grandgirls.
She got her granddaughters. Yep.
That's so cool. And you're glossing over some stuff. I know that we talked last week, and I know that we're doing a do-over, but they didn't get to see what makes you really special and unique. So come on, dig down. Remind everybody what you do, your superpowers. Remember?
I love helping the community.
There you go.
The community is, I guess I grew up with always taking care of the community. My grandfather, who started Zimmerman's, was a pastor, as well as he helped out with the community through emergency services. And then not only did he teach my mom how to take care of the community, but my father got involved in emergency services as well. And then that's kind of how I kind of got pushed into learning more about the communities. I started, as well as, just learning about we need to take care of others, because, you never know about the day when there might be a time when you need it. And so and it's not always about you. It's always, take care of others. And so that's how I grew up. And it's just always been ingrained in me to just take care of others.
That's great. Yeah. And that really is, that civic duty is, and you're right, it's like 3 generations, right? And so if they were involved, your grandfather and your dad, were involved with emergency services. How did they get into the auto repair? Was it servicing the firefighter trucks and the police cars and stuff?
No. So my grandfather was a volunteer pastor, if I remember correctly, for our church that we attend currently, and was looking for a way to bring an income in for the family. And that's when he started Zimmerman's. And so then my mom is his daughter. And so she got involved with the company. My dad and her met through church, and he got involved in the company after they got married, or right before they got married, I can't remember which. And I guess he got interested in the whole fire and EMS part of it, and so that's how he got involved with that.
Awesome. That is really
and then,
awesome.
He's been out of it for many years now, but he got, growing up knowing his service with that kind of resonated in me, and I just, on a whim, a friend of mine suggested, because I had fears of fire, I didn't want to, but a friend suggested, why don't you join in, because take photographs. You don't have to fight fires, you don't have to go into burning buildings. So I was like,
smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think she had other plans, because she knew it would be one of those things where I'd be like hooked.
Seriously? She tricked you into getting into firefighting?
I don't know if it was a trick, I think, but she was just like, and then suddenly I knew I wanted to do more than just that, and then I got through all my interior certifications, and so yeah, it got me a little further.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. This is really good stuff. We didn't talk about this last week. Okay, this is new. This is fresh.
No, we did. You're right.
Oh, okay. See? I'm glad that we have a do-over, a mulligan. All right. So you are officially a badass. You play with fire. Okay. Tell us what it is that you do. What is your role? And so walk us through this. You start with being afraid of fire, and then you glossed over. Give us details.
So as a kid, I was just always afraid of fire. I don't know if it was just one of those things where, I would always hear my dad's pager go off. It was a volunteer thing. So
were you worried that it was something was going to happen to him?
Probably. It was, I was definitely an anxious kid.
I get it.
And it, when the pager would go off, I could hear it, and he went, and I think it was just subconsciously, that's kind of how it happened. But definitely wasn't something I thought I'd ever get into until I decided after my second semester of my second year of college that I would try something different. And my friend suggested, why don't you join and just take pictures? And that's what I was doing, and that's what I was going to do. And unfortunately, the first fire call that I was on, just to take pictures, was my aunt's barn. Yeah.
No, it was personal. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was very personal.
Oh, Jackie.
But I don't know what it was. The fire chief that I had at that point was one of those ones. He just took newbies under his wing, and he took me under. He's like, I want you to try out, with the hose line, and he knew, I think he knew that something was up. That this was definitely a big deal for me, and he just kept my mind off of it, kept me going, instead of zeroing in on the fact that this was family.
Yeah.
And so
that's a skill right there.
It kind of that's where it started kind of pushing me further into it, like, yeah, I think I want to do more.
Wow. And
so I signed up for the classes, and that's after that training, that's kind of how I met my husband. He's a fellow firefighter from a different department. We didn't really know each other, but we knew of each other. And then subsequently, we met each other online. And we were like, wait a minute, I think I know you.
No way! Seriously? Okay, that's cool. That's a cool vetting process. Like, okay, I meet you.
And then we
wait
found out. Yeah, exactly. And then we found out we both went to the same high school, graduated from the same high school.
What?
But in different years. He's 4 years older than me, so.
What year did he graduate?
He would have been 2001, and I graduated in 2005.
Right on.
Yeah, so
Oh my
he
gosh.
got out just as I got into high school, so it works.
Oh my gosh. Wow. There was like no chance of you guys not crossing paths. There were like way too many.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm dying to know. Any happy endings with your aunt's barn, or was it?
It was a total loss. Those kinds of barns, unfortunately, are, and it's just the make of what it's made out of, unfortunately. But it is what it is.
Hopefully,
I guess
she was able to recover from the losses.
Yeah, they were able to, and it kind of helped it boost, in a way, for me, it helped boost my confidence in this is something I want to do. Wow. And that's how it got further for me. So
wow, that's amazing. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about here just with firefighting and the fact that you're female. You badass. I love it. You're like telling me that you help community organizations. You didn't talk about this. Like, that's amazing. I mean, not to say that the other community organizations that you help don't deserve it, but that's badassery. Like, seriously.
I guess I didn't really talk about it because at this point I am not an active firefighter. So I with everything going on, I'm busy and things. It's just
I get it.
And I know they get a little nervous, and so I'm like, yeah, the home is calling.
Gotcha. So you kind of like hung your hat, your firefighter hat.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you'll go back into it though? Like maybe as a division chief? Because, when you run a business and you have these skills and you are an owner and you're used to operations, you might be a really good chief or captain.
I don't know.
Time will tell.
There's a lot of politics.
I can imagine. So now, I know that one of the requirements for any firefighter is the ability to carry their own ladder. And that's some serious, like, I really love all the firefighters I know, but when I'm not built with upper body strength, and I know you have to use a lot of leverage. So how are you able to do that?
It isn't easy.
No.
It's basically figuring out the mechanics of how to do it properly.
Right.
Is really how it helps.
Yeah.
Because I have a friend that's much smaller than me, shorter, and she's tiny, she's petite, but she can do it, and that's proof right there that it can be done.
Right. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't think that someone of petite status. Because you know what? You're absolutely
small
right.
but mighty.
Yeah. In fact, so a friend of mine who's a retired firefighter, Cal Fire, he is kind of a petite nature. He's like 5'7", super wiry and strong, but like he's smaller, and he was the engineer. So he was the engineer of his crew. But yeah, I mean, it's true. It's like they're not all big and brawny, but they're very intelligent, and they're able to use the body mechanics and the leverage. And, yeah, fascinating. That is so cool. So now, with all the little boys in the family, did they grow up with like playing with the fire trucks and saying, I want to be a firefighter? Or did they see the whole family involved and they're like, nah, I'll pass. I'll play video games instead.
At this point, they're 5 and 8, and they're very interested in it. I actually just had they're definitely into the whole emergency services, and I just had my 5-year-old tell me that he wants to be a police officer yesterday, and I'm there like, you know what, buddy? If it's what you want to do, please, I want you to do it. Will I be scared? I didn't tell him this. Will I be scared? Yeah, probably, but. You know what? If you're taking care of your community, you're doing what you love, it is what it is.
There is that. It's so funny. Back in the day when I was a little girl trying to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up, I never thought of would the job be scary. Like, but now, nowadays, there's a lot of fear in a lot of jobs. Like, okay, so when I was little, I thought that I was going to be a nurse. I don't know. Maybe it's because nurses were the most seen things on television. I don't know why my 5-year-old self thought that I would be a nurse. And then I saw blood, and I was like, no, we're not going to be a nurse.
Yeah.
But I never thought of like danger. I never thought of like a COVID crisis taking me out, or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
right?
I was just, I was just like, oh, blood. No, thanks. We'll go with being a lawyer. I'll be a lawyer, and then that didn't work either. Because there's more blood. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, that is so impressive. Now, because of this, wow, you really have upped your game in helping me understand your level of service. You're so cool. I would totally want to hang out with you on a deserted island. I'm like, Jackie's got my back. I got it. You know?
Yeah.
So when I leave the what is it, the magnifying glass on the grass, you know, and everything flames up, I know who's going to take care of me.
Exactly.
No, I in all seriousness, I did join for a brief period of time. I was a part of the CERT program. Let's see, Community Emergency Response Team. So I was doing that, and I was doing that for a bit. I think I did that for like a year, and that was a really interesting process because I had to learn how to use a fire extinguisher and figure. And there's a lot of power in a fire hose. Like you got, oh my gosh, that thing push you away. In fact, my friend who's the retired firefighter is on disability retirement because it knocked him around. Like you know how you have to have 2 people on a hose, and the hose got away and it just hurt his back really badly. But yeah, there's a lot of strength, there's a lot of smarts, there's a lot of science, there's a lot of construction knowledge. Like there is so much going on.
Oh, very much so.
And I too was afraid of fire, and I still am, but because of my CERT training, I have more respect and response protocol in my muscle memory than I did prior. Who knows?
Exactly.
Maybe in a past life I was one of the witches that burned at the stake. I wouldn't doubt that. Because I was always an out of the box thinker. I'm probably one of those girls that was like, oh, but that's not how it should be done, and I was burnt at the stake. Who knows? But like there was a situation which is nothing anywhere close to your aunt's barn burning down, thankfully, but. My husband's cousin got married, and it was in San Francisco, and we all went. It was a beautiful little court service in the beautiful City Hall of San Francisco, which is quite gorgeous with the gorgeous staircase and like a beautiful building, and we all went out partying together. And the first thing that happened to the poor bride was a bird pooped on her. And I was like, and she's from another country, so I'm like, oh, that's good luck. You know, like, I don't know, is a bird pooping on you really good luck? But I made that up because I wanted her to feel better. And then we go to a club, and she takes off her cute little sweater because it's summertime in San Francisco, but summer is like the coldest winter you'll ever face. That's the joke in San Francisco. So you always wear a sweater in the summer. So she took off her sweater, and the sleeve got into the candle on the table. And then we start seeing like the sweater starts catching on fire. And because of my CERT training, I just went over, grabbed a beer bottle, because it was open, right? Because like you don't want the alcohol adding to it. So I capped it with my thumb and just punched out the fire on the table until it went out, and I was just like, okay, and I'm like, more good luck. They divorced. Yeah, but I mean that's probably nothing to do with it, but it was just like this poor girl, like pooped on, exactly. Sweater catches on fire. What else can happen on your wedding day? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Aye, but yeah, I mean there's a certain level of huge respect for fire, and wow, that totally makes you special, unique. You are a superhero. My God, woman, that's so cool. Now let's go to the next question. Who do you serve in your life? Because clearly, you have in the past with firefighting, but who do you serve in your life currently?
Oh, I would say, others, helping others. And it's just, I put myself probably on the back seat a little too much and not taking care of myself as nearly as much as I should. But, helping others is just what I do.
That is cool. Because it fills your cup up, doesn't it? When
Yeah,
you do that? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
My husband just heard me and he's giggling. He's like, yep.
Yep, that's her to a T. She is not lying. Yeah, right. And he can't hear me because I'm in your ear. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. We'll just talk about your husband. Yeah. But no, it's true though, and you're right. Like, do you? Because I get it. I also love to serve, but I also know that I have to have my downtime. Because if I don't have my downtime, then I'm like I'm not good for anything. Like they say in the Firefighters, you got to take care of yourself first before you take care of others.
Yep.
So you're the first one to inject yourself if something were to happen with a toxic fumes, right? Before you go off and do whatever, put your mask on first. So how do you take care of yourself so you can continue doing that?
I do everything I can to try and control my schedule. Sometimes it's not as easy as that. I have found that if I try and schedule too much in a week, I will start really feeling it. My boys start to feel it, and my husband and I just don't click that week. And then I'm just there like, okay, something's got to give here. Try to keep the amount of things in a week in the evening, and just keep it under control.
Right, because you have to have downtime, and clearly you love your family. Because if you didn't love your family, you wouldn't have the entire family in one house.
Exactly.
Right? Are there any little rituals that you and your family have for downtime and just kind of, taking care of yourself? Or do you like lock everybody out of the bathroom and you go take a bath and you're like, do not disturb mommy? Like,
we like to do family movie nights, especially when we have a little bit of a newer movie out. I know earlier today we did the new Trolls World Tour movie that came out today.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, and my boys, when they see some of those movies, the giggles that come out of them are just to die for, and we just love that. It just makes our evening, makes our day. Just being able to make them giggle like that it just makes everything better.
That is so cool. Good for so giggles. Yeah, when you hear joy and laughter in your house, it makes the whole house energy lighter,
oh yeah,
doesn't it?
for sure.
That's so cool. And then like, are they into video games yet, or are they still a little on the young side for that?
They kind of are. They aren't into like the game consoles for the most part. We have a few of them, but we don't play them very often. For Christmas, my brother actually got them a Super Nintendo, basically Super Nintendo lookalike. It's preloaded with like 500 games on it that are the older games. And of course, my husband and I are like fighting over it because I want to play. No, I want to play.
Right?
So.
Oh, that's hilarious. This is a gift for the kids, but mom and dad are fighting. That's funny.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So then we found these knockoff Game Boy things that have the same thing as the Super Nintendo, preloaded with games, tons of games on them that they'll play every now and then. But they're on their tablets doing a lot of educational things, especially right now. The teachers gave us a lot of great resources to use to have the boys doing more, just keeping active with their learning. And it's fun to watch them actually do that. So, but yeah.
That is cool. Yeah. That a little tangential, but it brought up a marketing idea for you guys if you want a free marketing tip for Zimmerman's Auto.
Sure.
Because I've been on a lot of 20 groups lately sharing marketing ideas and tips, and seriously, I've been like on 5 different things where they've been interviewing me, and I have notes. Where are my notes? Oh, here they are. One of the things I came up with is, the STEM programs, science, technology, engineering, math, or STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, math. I was suggesting to shop owners like yourselves, grab your video camera, your phone, whatever, and start making STEM videos. Like do an online or a bits and video bits of what you would do for a car care clinic.
Oh yeah, that would work.
And take it in the idea of the kids. Like how cool would it to be for the kids to learn? This is how a brake works. This is how an engine works. This is how a transmission works. And then even cooler, if you know of any kids that are anywhere close to you, maybe you can make a video of them doing an oil change.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wouldn't that be fun? Because the kids are desperate, and parents and everybody, they're desperate for content. And so why not teach them the mechanics of an engine, which is so critical. So there you go.
They actually do a lot of STEM in schools. I know that my oldest, who's actually autistic, he talks about the STEM stuff all the time.
He loves it.
Oh, he loves anything he can do to work with his hands. He loves it. This week, his teacher asked that they make a tinfoil, something out of tinfoil. Well, he decided he was going to make a king cobra snake out of tinfoil, and the thing looked awesome.
Seriously? Can you show it to me?
I don't even know where it's at right now. It's pretty cool.
Dang, that's
He was even talking
rad.
about how he made the mouth look and the big whatever it is on the side. Yeah.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
And then how did he do all the details of it? Did he paint on it or magic marker it or just?
No, he just kind of, formed it with his fingers and just, making it look as close as he could. It was pretty cool. I was impressed.
That is so cool. Do you think he might turn into a future mechanic, a technician?
He definitely has the possibility of doing that. He actually could probably, just because of how smart he is with mathematical and just anything mechanical, I could see him actually going more of an engineer route than necessarily mechanics, which, you know what, whatever he decides he wants to do, I won't stop him.
So he's not the one that wants to be the police officer. He's the one that
No, he's not.
Yeah. And
he does want to be a firefighter, though, but he doesn't have to do that for a job if he doesn't want to. He could do it on a volunteer status like it's done around here and, whatever he wants.
I love it. I love it that you foster an environment for your kids. It's like, yes, honey, anything you want to be, mom and dad have you. Yeah, I think that's really, really great. Because not always do kids go in the direction that we want or expect them to go. And then we have to love them unconditionally, don't we? If they give us news that it's like, I want to be a tattoo artist. You're like, what? or whatever that is that happens to be so counter to what you had planned. Right? Because I don't have kids. I think I told you my joke, but I'll share it with people if they haven't heard it. I taught 7th grade. It was the best form of birth control ever. I still don't want children after that experience.
Yeah.
And that's okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow. So that's really cool. So there are some other organizations, though, that you also work with.
I do. I work with our local Chamber of Commerce. I am actually on the board of directors. I was the past president 2 years ago, and I work with our local township women's club, so the Upper Island Women's Club, which is I might be one of the younger members there, but it's a lot of fun. Just getting to know some of the ladies in there, that in the work that they do at the township. And I'm trying to think what else was there. So let's see. Oh, right now I'm in a leadership Cumberland group. So basically, it's a year-long class that does a lot of training and teaching of leadership styles and taking it into businesses as well as nonprofits. And with that, I am in a internship, which they call internship fellowship, that they call it, at a local nonprofit here called Someone to Tell It To, which is a big movement on listening, learning to listen, really listen to someone and being there for someone. And it's a very cool mission, very cool. And it's,
wow.
It's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but they do a lot of great training for medical groups. One of the local medical groups, it's Penn State Medical, Penn State Health here. And they have a great contract with them, teaching healthcare workers, how to be a compassionate listener. And it's a very neat mission. And it's been fun working with that board and getting to know what really they do and just some of the inner workings of the organization.
Oh, that's
been
neat.
fun.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because when you're an active listener, when you're looking beneath the surface,
mm-hmm.
it is a skill.
For sure.
Especially when it comes to someone's health, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Okay, well, if you're fine, then why are you in the doctor's office, baby? Like, what's going on? And they may be scared. They
mm-hmm.
may be trying to cover up some type of behavior that they have shame around. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. They need to get help, right? But then, people will answer based off of, maybe, before pot was legal, I'm sure there were a lot of people like, oh, no, I would never do that. But that's why they're in there in the first place, because they did something stupid while they were, under the influence. Yeah. Oh, no, I never drank. I'm only 15, right? So, wow, good for you. Good for you that you're doing that. I think that there's a lot of, there's a big movement, I think, right now. Sorry, I don't know what it is about my nose. It's not running. It's itching. It's almost like my cat hair. My cat. I was playing with my cat earlier. It's almost like the cat hair is just constantly, like, it's invisible, and it's just itching me. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So no, I don't have COVID-19. Thank you. I'm good.
I was having allergy issues earlier this week and had a dry cough, and I'm just there like, I'm sitting there the one night like, okay, I'm assessing my symptoms, and I'm there like, okay, I got to stop this. I'm driving myself nuts.
Right? Yeah, it's allergy
and I'm
season.
There like, exactly. I'm like thinking to myself, stupid, why are you doing this? You started getting seasonal allergies pretty bad last year. This is where we're heading right now.
Right? And anybody who's coughing or sniffling, they're like apologetic, like, I swear to God, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Exactly. Yeah. We're starting to see a whole bunch of behaviors based off of health, right? It's like, exactly. I'm good today. Yay, I'm invincible. And then it's like, oh, shit. Right? Yeah. Anyway, this movement of leadership and really listening and team building. I got to say, I had an idea that was born since I talked with you last week. So I love to put on events, and every January I have my Rockstar Summit. And my Rockstar Summit it's so hard to describe. Really what I'm doing is I'm doing personal development, but when I promote personal development to the auto repair industry or businesses in general, that's kind of like, that's woo-woo. It's weird. It's like I can't really promote it like that. So I promote it as a very fun event that will be team building. And we do comedy improvisation that will allow you to pivot and really improve your customer service skills. We do Teamwork Makes the Dream Work dance class, where we show. Yeah, it's a dance class because we invite all the spouses to come. You would love this thing. Yeah, you guys would love it. We go wine tasting. We do vision boards, because a lot of personal development helps us as individuals, and especially if we're the owners of businesses, we need to know where we're at and what our strengths are so we can play to them. And then it helps when we're clear as to who we are and how we are here to serve the world, then we can share that in our culture, right? So really what I do at the Rockstar Summit is a lot of super, super fun activities that are all team building focused and workshop driven and very highly interactive. So really what I'm doing is I'm slipping them the personal development pill in, and they don't even know that they're learning something really cool that's going to help them personally, right?
Exactly.
So now that you know that about the Rockstar Summit, which I hope you'll come to someday, because it's in Monterey, and we are wine tasting. Hello.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. But I thought, oh my gosh, I've got an idea. Why don't we do this online over the summertime, and why don't we have a bunch of speakers? So I'm still giving birth to this. This is not official yet, but because whenever I come up with an idea, I always execute. It will come into play. And I because of your leadership stuff, this is where I'm going. I'm not doing this as a promotion stuff. I'm doing this because you just mentioned leadership and all this movement. So bear with me here. I contacted a bunch of our auto repair industry leaders. Jimmy Lee of Kukui, Mike Delacruz of Broadly. You know these names, don't you? Carmen Capriato, Remarkable Results podcast. Jeff Irvine, who you may not know. He runs Innovision Biz. I've worked with him forever. Rena Rennebaum.
I know her.
Service advisor training. Who else? Wally Cassabaum, who does ClickFunnels. I know there's people I'm forgetting. Bill Greeno, shop owner and WorldPack coach. Ryan Clough, shop owner, systems builder extraordinaire, WorldPack coach. Gosh, who else am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. This is my problem. I throw big parties and I invite so many people, I forget who says yes to me. There's somebody I'm missing that you would know, and I'm like, oh, come on, Jen. Jimmy. Oh, Rob Rossell, also shop owner, coach of the ATL All-In community. Yeah, and me. Oh, that's right. I forgot to count me. So, whoops, Anyway, so I put this out there, and I was like, hey, I've got this idea. We should do something online because, you know, a lot of conferences that they just disrupted. But why not do something for professional development, team building? Why don't we all do this? And you guys interested? And they're like, count me in. Right?
There you go.
Because don't we need more team building, especially in times of crisis?
Sure.
Right?
For sure.
And I would love to talk with you more, if not on Connecting with Jennifer Filzen, about that because, oh, honey, come on. You got to play with us, too. Because, like, that's cool, right? I am of the belief that everybody can contribute something.
I would agree with that.
Right?
For sure.
And that's why I told everybody when I came up with this idea, and I still don't know what I'm going to call it. In my head, I've got the online Summertime Summit, and I kind of want to sing the song Summertime Summit.
Yeah, right.
It sounds really silly, but like that's me. I am kind of silly. That's my brand. But like, you know, why not share ideas online, and why not bill it to where like a ticket goes for like a ticket price goes for one computer, and you grab your entire team and you sit around the computer and the entire team benefits. It's not just the shop owner getting all the good stuff. What do you think?
Yeah.
You think that's cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think a lot of people could benefit. And who knows? It's the grand experiment. God forbid we have any technical difficulties like I tend to have. But hey, you know, roll with it and learn, right?
Exactly. Oh my
gosh. So it brings me to my third question for you. What is your why? Why do you do all this crazy stuff for everybody else and put yourself last?
I really don't know. Other than it's just who I am, and taking care of others is what helps keep me going. and just, making sure that others are taken care of. If I see a need that I know I can fulfill, I want to fill it, whatever way I can do it. And it's just it's what I want to do and what I want to take care of for people. But yeah, I guess you call me a fixer, not wanting to necessarily be the fixer all the time, but yeah, it's kind of just what I want to do.
So I love it. I love what you're saying. So if you could project, let's talk to yourself in 20 years. How old will you be in 20 years?
I will be 53.
Awesome. Okay. Gosh, you have the whole world ahead of you at 33. That's amazing. All right. You're talking to your 53-year-old self. What does she say that you've accomplished?
World domination? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Yes. That's it, Jackie. Oh, no, but that's cool. Okay. She's got big plans for you. You're not just going to be sitting idle with twiddling thumbs. No, not you.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that one saying is you may feel like the world is, or something about being too much, but you may be the world for one person.
Ooh.
And it's kind of just one of those things where, yeah, maybe you feel like looking at it, the big picture, but when you're looking at the small picture, seeing the difference that you are making, you want to make a difference for someone, and just, again, helping someone that might need it. Because in the future, if I need something, I want to be able to, count on someone to be able to help me just get back in a better position.
Yeah. And what you do could
Doing
have a
my
ripple
part.
effect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you think right now at age 33, your why is probably your family?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're always on my mind. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any real big decisions, like especially with the company, I've always I gotta make sure to run it by my husband. It's just, while he may never be part owner of the company, he will technically have some of that status just because of being my husband. And
let's explain that for the people that don't know. So you are the daughter of the owners.
Yes,
and he is married to you, but he does work there.
To me. He does work there.
Yeah, but he's not necessarily the owner at this juncture. We won't project what he may be, but at this time, he's an employee, and he has to really be a good boy because if he starts slacking, then it affects the entire company culture, doesn't it?
Yep. And I was always taught, being the owner's daughter, I have to work 10 times harder. And so, he's married to the owner's daughter, and he works for the company. You're gonna have to work 10 times harder too. So unfortunately, you bestowed that lovely pleasure.
I'm sure he's happily doing it though.
Yes, he is.
That's awesome. And that's really cool. That's really cool. I think that's neat that you guys have clear boundaries as to what the expectations are, because it's healthy. It's responsible, and it's healthy. And you're right. Like, I agree. I own Rockstar Marketing. My husband works for me. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly.
He does the graphic design and makes me look really good. And it is interesting, right? Because when you're the owner, you have the stress of, I have to make payroll in these very uncertain times right now. I have to make payroll. It's on me. And, he is an employee. I'm speaking in my own. He is an employee who's relying on the money to make our rent and to pay his health insurance, which are both kind of expensive. So if I'm like, sorry, honey, no paycheck for you because you're married to me, the owner, that's not really fair now, is it?
Yeah. Exactly.
So we also have to respect the fact that he is an employee and he's counting on certain fairness. Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, isn't it? But bravo to us women and our wonderful husbands who make it work, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because a lot of things that
Yep.
go in with a business is reputation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also too, what didn't we joke about this last week? Like there are a lot of statistics about like third generation family businesses. They don't always survive.
No, they don't.
Right? And you want it to survive and be around for the fourth generation, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't it be fun if the twin girls ended up being the owners and the next one, and then all the boy cousins worked for them? That would be fun.
Yeah, right.
Right? Girl power.
Yeah, exactly. Start grooming him at 2 years old.
Yeah. Okay, honey, here's the bookkeeping. Let's play with QuickBooks. Yay. Okay, here's the ladder. Here's how we leverage it to get up on the roof.
Yep.
Your sister is going to be watching this up, and she's like, "Shut up, Jen."
She tends to be all for girl power, though, so I think she'd be all for it.
That's so cool. That is so cool. I want to be adopted by your family. Your family sounds so awesome. Adopt me. Oh, that's so cool. Especially when you're having pork butt for dinner. That's really good.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And last week when I spoke to you, I think you guys were making spaghetti. So, yeah, clearly your family knows how to cook. I need to come to Pennsylvania and invite myself over for dinner. I'm really good at doing dishes.
It's that Mennonite background that we have, that all the good cooking, Pennsylvania Dutch cooking, yeah.
Okay, you just educated me on something. I had no idea that Mennonites are known for their cooking. All right, explain.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Okay, educate me.
When we have meetings at church, there is ridiculous, and amount of food is so delicious, it's not even funny.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's just how the way of life it was, and it's just, great recipes handed down, and
that's so cool. Yeah. Okay, totally educate me, because I'm not familiar with that. So, okay, now if I understand it, the Mennonites kind of were an agricultural farming culture starting off. Yes. All right. So thus, plenty of food, right? Self-sustaining, right? And so you're saying generations have been passing these recipes down. Okay, what is some awesome Mennonite comfort food?
Well, whoopie pies is one of them.
What's a whoopie pie?
It's like two cake-like things that basically the size of a cookie, and then in the inside it's a vanilla cream, or even cream cheese icing inside. Kind of like a Oreo, except it's more cake, and it's bigger, obviously. like Oreo and whoopie pie, right?
Yes. Is that okay? All right. That's cool. Okay. Whoopie pies. All right, delicious. That's a Mennonite thing. All right. What else you got? Help me put those COVID-19 pounds. Just talking to you. I know, bad joke, but hey, I got to do it. What else is a comfort food or a really well-known Mennonite food?
I don't know. There's a lot with soups and...
What kind of soups? What kind of soups do you guys make?
Like chicken corn.
Chicken corn? One. Oh, that's interesting. I'm so used to like chicken soup. And rice or chicken noodle. Chicken corn?
Yeah. Chicken corn soup is a big one.
Is it spicy?
No.
What are the ingredients, like typical ingredients? Just kind of mellow, salt and pepper, chicken stock?
Yeah, it's in chicken stock. I think celery sometimes is in it.
Celery, okay.
Depending on who you get it from, there's sometimes pieces of hard-boiled egg in it.
Ooh.
It's actually, my husband's like, how can you eat that? But he comes from a Polish background, so.
There you go.
But I don't know. I really like it. And he's just like, he watches me eat, and he's like, I don't think I can watch. I can't watch you eat.
That's funny. Not an egg guy. He's just not an egg guy.
No.
Not even scrambled eggs?
He does like eggs, but he's not one that will eat it all the time. Like once in a blue moon is when he'll eat it.
Right. I get it. Okay. Oh, wow. This is cool. See, you can tell that I haven't had dinner yet. All right. What else? Is pork butt a typical Mennonite traditional food?
I don't know about that, but it's one that it's my husband just loves to smoke meat, and that's one of his things. Now it's not done the way he this one's not done the way he usually does it, but um, being able to smoke pork is really good. He's really good at cooking meats on his smoker.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah.
Like, I love you, baby. Cook for me. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Give me that smoke good.
He gets it from his mother. His mother's a pretty darn good cook.
Oh.
And he got that from her.
I am definitely inviting myself over for dinner. Yes, I am. Watch me show up on your doorstep. Jen, you're here. Lovely. I'll be doing dishes. It's okay. I come with references.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if what is a typical Mennonite drink that is popular? I know I'm asking like really dumb questions, but I don't know. I'm from Florida and California. What do I know? I can tell you all about
probably
the
lemonade.
Foods.
Probably lemonade and iced tea.
Oh, okay.
Is what I would say.
All right.
I don't know if there's anything real special.
Okay.
Other than that.
And whoopie pie is like the dessert, or just like the ultimate treat? Like when you come to a party.
Treat.
Oh, okay. When you come to a party and you have to bring an appetizer, what do you see the most of at a Mennonite party?
Oh, whoopie pies are big.
That's the appetizer.
Yeah.
Don't ruin your dinner. Have the cream-filled cookie in the beginning. Okay.
It's always hard to tell. I think through the years, it's dips in salsa, or I'm trying to think what else. There's, veggie pizza.
Veggie pizza.
Like it's basically the Pillsbury dough, like flattened out on a pan and then cooked, and then you put cream cheese on top of it and put like broccoli, carrots, celery as the veggies on top of it. And then that's how you serve it.
No
It's
way.
actually really good. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
So the cream cheese is kind of the sauce and the glue all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then does the broccoli and stuff, does it get cooked or is it raw?
No, it's raw. Yeah.
Wow, really?
It's good. It's really good.
Oh, that sounds like something I could do because I can't cook for crap. But like, I could probably do that. Pillsbury, okay. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, see, this is kind of fun. This is what I enjoy about this little crazy show that I'm doing. We're connecting, but then we're also like learning something about each other. Because like, I don't know, like I've never lived up north. Okay, so wow, that gives a whole. I'm so curious now. Next time I go, if I ever make it up there, I need to go and eat with you. I need to like try all of the local fare. But I'll bet you, who knows? Maybe the things that I tell you that I eat when I go home and visit my family in Florida, you might be surprised by. So let's see. Have you heard of boiled peanuts?
I have.
That is like one of my favorite things on the planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, and some people are like, what? I'm like, yeah, boiled peanuts, baby. Served hot. They're all wet. You open them up and they squirt at you. Like there's, salt water going out. And the people that aren't used to it, they're like, what is that? Now, see, here's the deal. The first husband didn't like boiled peanuts. I made sure that the second husband, the permanent husband, he liked it. He passed the test. Husband. He's the permanent husband because he likes boiled peanuts. It was important. He had to meet certain criteria, but if you looked at me strange because I was eating boiled peanuts, you were off the charts. We're not dealing with you.
We're done.
We're done. We got to have our standards, right, Jackie?
Exactly.
And then let's see, what's another? Oh, key lime pie. I have to.
Oh, yeah.
Because, and fried chicken. Fried chicken is a huge Southern thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing, sweet tea. Sweet tea is very much that. And then there is now this isn't a Florida thing, although it's not far from the, they're all Floridians. I'm the one that broke away and like moved to California, but I still love it when I go home. We have a family recipe for pina coladas.
Oh, well, there you go.
And the irony is that even as a little girl, I never liked it with the rum in it. I always loved the virgin version.
Mm-hmm.
So to this day, as a 49-year-old, I still prefer. And so here's the recipe. You want the recipe for our family pina coladas? You ready for this?
Sure.
Because believe me, I'm a horrible cook, but I can make these, no problem. So there's Coco Lopez, which is the sweetened coconut cream. You get in a little can, and it's like 4 ounces. So 4 ounces of Coco Lopez coconut cream, right? 8 ounces of pineapple juice, 8 ounces of milk, and if you want to add the rum, 6 ounces of dark rum. But I don't even bother. This is the PG version. This is the stuff that you can share with your boys. And so you take the ice. So just think, 1 part Coco Lopez, coconut cream, and then 2 parts milk, 2 parts pineapple juice, ice, blend, pour, and it'll ruin your appetite for any food because it's so rich. Like 2 glasses, you're like, I don't need to eat anymore. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We get to talk about food and our why and what makes us special, and you're amazing. Oh my gosh, look at this. Well, I guess we need to wrap it up, but dang, girl, I could hang out with you all night. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for doing this 2 weeks in a row, this time with the audio working. Did you have fun?
I did, yeah, for sure.
Yay, yay. Okay, so we'll end it with, let us know how we can contact you if we happen to be in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and our car needs service.
We are at 2234 South Market Street in Mechanicsburg, PA. And if you need to call us, it's 717-766-7656.
And it's Zimmerman's Auto?
Zimmerman's Automotive. It's actually Zimmerman's Automotive Tire Pros, what we go by now.
Ooh!
As of like the fall, yeah.
Fancy. Got
yeah.
it. Well, Miss Jacquie Hower, you are amazing, and I so appreciate you, and thank you again. This was super fun. I think this was a better.
Yes, it was.
We did it better this time. Hey, let's hear it.
I think so too.
Yeah, right. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching Connecting with Jennifer Filzen. Thank you for tolerating us, and may you all go out and make a virgin pina colada. Have fun with that.
There you go.
All right, bye.